It's Edward, Saturday, May 2nd, 11:12 a.m. I want to break down kind of the kitchen layout of Project Ash, which is an addition and a full remodel located in Southeast Portland, Oregon. So, kind of starting off with like the initial schematic layout. Let's see that this is like kind of an L kitchen design with a centered island. So, starting off with the connections. So, our first connection is the enclosed dining room, which connects to the main kitchen with a 3-foot opening, which will provide kind of easy access with like dishes to kind of prepare dishes and like walk through the dining room, or kind of just having flow, easy flow with rather than closing this off and having to kind of walk around in order to access the dining room if this opening did not exist. So this is kind of the first connection. The second connection is also this Gallery A circulation zone, which primarily is for the butler's pantry. Initially, kind of the idea was to have it aligned, having an opening aligned with the enclosed dining room, but if we have it here, it would kind of ruin kind of this kind of wall and kind of reduce the wall cabinetry and also the range. But this is kind of still in the process of development, like still in the design process, and hasn't been fully kind of locked in as the documents for construction. But this is what essentially we have for the schematics of the kitchen. So this island is 10 feet by 4 feet, accommodate like 5 seating areas. Maybe we can add in what kind of design to have the island be an L-shaped for seating. So adding 2 more seats here, which would bump up the accommodation seating for 7 people. We have our sink located towards the west, well, towards the north, which this project is true north, where the front elevation is west, facing towards the west. We have this side of the wall facing west. No, wait, yeah, north. So this is a kind of the driveway, and like the sink will be facing towards the driveway. This is it's like a 6-foot window initially designed, so it's not fully yet locked in, but this is kind of the plan that we have. We have the dishwasher over the sink as typical. We have the refrigerator and then the range. So the refrigerator is kind of centered towards the center of this window to kind of have the grid and have like the aesthetic of just the grid aligned to center zones. So this fridge should be designed as like a full cabinet with like cabinet doors to be flush and be kind of fully aligned with the aesthetic of the kitchen rather than having just a stainless steel, which would pop out if we place it here, and it will be seen as, or like through this kind of opening through this hallway, it's going to be seen as just a refrigerator, so we don't want that in the home. So designing it as the full cabinet. The cabinet doors will be more aesthetically aligned and more aesthetically pleasing with the kitchen design itself. And coming back to the butlers, so this is kind of the butlers. We have our circulation going through Gallery A, and through this door, maybe it would be like a swing door, not like a one-way door. Maybe we can do it double-sided, essentially, in like restaurants, essentially the design with that. But that's not yet finalized, but we're still kind of developing that idea. Butler's pantry will have like a refrigerator, or maybe a sink on that, maybe on one of these sides, but that's still in the design process. And the cabinetry and the shelving is still in the design process, as well as we're going to have a butler's window, maybe single hung window here, and potentially an access to the existing crawl space and the pantry. And yeah, so the kitchen and the family room are cohesive, so this is an open floor layout, the heart of the home, and yeah, that's the design of the kitchen, the initial design, the initial layout of the home's kitchen.